Hi guys, this is my first video here on this channel. My name is Pweebs and I'll be bringing you some Guild Wars 2 commentary. Let me start with a little disclaimer. I am by no means an expert at this game, and though I have created 2 characters previously, I plan to start this Let's Play by making a new one. As you can probably tell, both of my current characters are Charr and they are both named, as you can probably tell, Pweebs. So I figured for this video, let's all start fresh and maybe create something new. So I haven't given this a whole lot of forethought, and I figure Char's pretty much crossed off. I don't want to play another Char right now. It'd be kind of dull and repetitive. Let's take a look here. Sylvari are not born. They awaken beneath the pale tree with knowledge gleaned in their pre-life dream. These noble beings travel, seeking adventure and pursuing quests. They struggle to balance curiosity with duty, eagerness with chivalry, and warfare with honor. Magic and mystery entwine to shape the future of this race that has so recently appeared. Sound elvish to me. I play too many elves. Humans have lost their homeland, their security, and their former glory. Even their gods have withdrawn, and yet the human spirit remains unshaken. These brave defenders of Kryta continue to fight with every ounce of their strength. Well, if I'm right, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure that in the original Guild Wars, humans were enemies of the Charr, so why not? All my characters are male, so this sounds cool. I noticed when I first started this game that almost all of the girls in this game, all the female characters, looked exactly the same. And this might just be my ignorance, but I don't really know how deep the customization is in this game. For humans, I haven't really experimented a whole lot, but I figured I'd try it out this time. I've already played a warrior, but I mean, I'd obviously love to try it again, but kind of dull. Guardian, same deal, right? Engineers sound cool, but I feel stabby. Pardon the violence, but I don't know. The thieves have always interested me, and figure they seem really strong right now, so I'll try that out. Thieves. Usually not all that tall, unless my imagination is failing me here. Yeah, she's fine how she is. I honestly like the face. I'm not gonna lie. The face and the hair is already really nice. I wouldn't change that. Eyes. I like that brown. It's nice. Maybe a lighter brown. Yeah, that'll work. Let's try that. I like that little white scheme, partly white. That's really nice. I like that. She looks super awesome. In my line of work, it's important to understand the power of determination. I mean business. I'm the bruiser, the muscle, the bear you don't want to poke. Why would you poke a bear? My headband keeps my vision clear no matter how physical I get. Headbands. Fashionable. Anonymity. My talents lie in the arts of stealth, infiltration, and escape. I do not draw attention to myself. To guard my identity, I hide my face behind a mask of darkness. You'd figure that that one person standing in a crowd with a mask on would draw attention, but thieves are thieves. And finally, subterfuge. A mask draws attention, and an uncovered face allows people to identify you. I prefer more subtle subterfuge. A drawn hood lets me blend into the crowd and no one knows I was there. Same with the mask. I'm not feeling like a hood. That one guy with a hood won't draw any attention, so I'm gonna go with the headband. It seems kind of nice. Trouble may follow me, but I use my blank to overcome it. Dignity. I'm dignified even when up to my ears in mud. It's what makes people respect me. A serious, thoughtful demeanor is the route to success. Charm. I'm charming. No one can resist me when I'm at my best. I know just what to say to lighten the mood or bolster courage. I'm ferocious. Threatening violence gets me further than anything else. I'm a natural, though I do try to use my powers of intimidation for good. Wow. I think I'm a dignified person. I, I was raised blank. I was commoner. I was raised among the common folk of Divinity's Reach. We're the working class, the cogs that keep the city running. I help out at a tavern owned by my friends Andrew and his daughter Petra. So this is like the peasant lifestyle, right? Like the villager. Street rat. I grew up poor on the streets, living hand to mouth. Every day was a challenge, but like I tell my old buddy Quinn, if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. I thought that was a Kelly Clarkson song. I've worked hard to change my luck, but I've still got a long way to go. Thematically, I can see that fitting the thief really well, but let's look at the last option. Among the nobility. I grew up among nobles, including my friend Lord Farron, who can trace their ancestry back to ancient kings. I received an excellent education, am well versed in courtly graces, and understand the responsibility that comes with privilege. I'd say I'm a privileged person. One of my biggest regrets is that blank. When I was an infant, I was abandoned in an orphanage. A kind couple adopted me and became my family. However, I've always wondered about my birth parents. I've never recovered my sister's body, passed up an opportunity to perform in the circus. You know, this one seems like really fun to play, but and really serious. But this one seems like something you could do for shits and giggles. Eh. I've always wondered who my parents were. Everyone said I was blessed by blank when I was young. The goddess of healing, god of darkness, ice and death, fire and challenge, nature and earth, order and truth, beauty, water, and illusion. I'm attractive. I like drinking water, and thieves use illusions. I like that a lot. Lissa, the goddess of beauty, blessed me when I was young. Though trouble may follow me, I overcome it with dignity. I grew up among the nobility, and I value my honor. I've made something of myself, and the only thing I regret is that I've never searched for my true parents. I mean business. I'm the bruiser, the muscle, the bear you don't want to poke. My headband keeps my vision clear no matter how physical I get. And this is my story. Signed. Oh, you're supposed to put your name here. Well, I don't want to put plebes in the name because that doesn't sound like an outwardly female name. I was like the name Aria. Last name, last name. Well, thieves use knives, right? And they walk around in the darkness. No. I like that. Might be a bit cliche, but I like it a lot. I think this is the opening cutscene. I've never personally seen it. Whoa. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, man. Defense of Shaymore. Is this the kind of centaur I'll be fighting? He looks rather large and rather intimidating. The whole horned helmet, I can't see my face sort of thing. I mean, I'm definitely supposed to be skilled with this knife, but I don't see myself being able to kill something like that, but you know. Please, I need your help. Everyone get to the inn. We can protect you at the inn. Wow, he's like echoing me. Alright, ooh, some centaurs. Let's see if my knife actually works. Ooh, I like that damage. It's really hot. It's super cool. I learned a skill. Heart Seeker. I like that. So, I don't have a whole lot of experience with thieves. I don't play them nearly as much as I probably should, but I've learned that skills on a thief don't have any innate cooldown time or whatever you'd like to say, recharge time, maybe. They have thieves rely on this unique mechanic called initiative, seen as these little stars on the screen. And when you use a non-basic attack skill, such as your 2, 3, 4, 5 skills, sometimes it uses part of your initiative. See, as you can see, it says 3 initiative star points in the top right corner. And that shows how many initiative points it uses. And as you can see here, there are 12 initiative points. So you need to learn to manage your initiative judiciously, otherwise you're gonna run out really fast after skill spamming. Alright, let's get back on track. It says here, defending Shaymore. Protect the people of Shaymore. Talk to Corporal Bear is done. Go to the inn. Oh well, these guys just happened to step in my way. Alright, I think that's the inn right there. I don't mean to go off topic, but if you really look at it, the quality of this game is absolutely amazing, and ArenaNet clearly put a lot of work into it.
Sergeant, there are more centaurs on the other side of town. Captain Thackeray is calling for reinforcements at the garrison. He's calling for help. It must be serious. But I can't spare anyone. I'll go. Captain Thackeray's never failed Divinity's reach. If I can help him, I will. Balthazar bless you. That's the spirit.
Balthazar.
Good luck.
Woo! War god. But I worship Lissa. No worries. Let's see here. Let's look at my skills. Double strike. Chain. Strike your foe twice. Wild strike. Strike your foe again. Gain endurance with a successful strike. Lotus strike. Strike your foe and inflict poison. Stealth attack. Attack your foe from the shadows, striking for double damage if you hit from behind. That's amazing, actually. In this kind of a game, you can nuke people really, really hard. Heartseeker. Leap and strike your foe, and the less health your target has, the more damage you cause. So, this is an execute, from what I can tell. There aren't a whole lot of those in the warrior class, but I suppose it kind of makes sense. Twisting Fang. Spin in place, hitting nearby foes. Each hit causes bleeding. So the way I see it, this doesn't do a whole lot of direct damage, but they will bleed to death over time, and that's what you're looking for here. So overall, strong ability, maybe not good for burst, but it will melt them over time. And sometimes if they run away, that's a good thing for chasing. So yeah, that's a rundown of the basic knife skills of a thief in this game. Other classes, I suppose I should mention this. Other classes in this game use different skills. So, for example, a mage or an elementalist, as they're called in this game, using a dagger would not use double strike, Heartseeker, and Twisting Fangs. They'd be using a whole different set of skills based on magic. For example, if I were to pull out a short bow right now on this thief, I'd be like shooting crazy fast, but if I were to pull out a short bow on a ranger, it'd be a lot more about mobility and such and such. Again, I'm not an expert, don't quote me on that, but the mechanics of each class are unique, and it's really hard to find a whole lot of similarities between them. Oh, this guy's intimidated. Yeah, but come back here. I want to fight you. I want to fight you. Get back here. Oh, that was rude. Mighty hands of earth. That is rather large. Alright. Am I supposed to chase this guy down? Wait. Stability. Determined is... Oh, Jesus. He's immune to damage. Alright, then. I'm gonna go kill the hands now. Got one. Just juking around that thing like it's nobody's business. Ow. That hurt. That hurt my feelings. Got it. Wrecked. It's not dead. I just killed it. Ooh, nasty. What's this? Alright, Queensdale. Some town, I'm guessing? Tasks? Oh, never mind then. Some kind of building, I'm assuming?
Where am I? What happened? You were injured when the elemental exploded. Captain Thackeray brought you here personally. You've been unconscious.
3 days. Oh.
You had lots of visitors. Villagers you rescued, some seraph, even a noble from the city. He came by several times. That'd be Lord Farron. He's a good friend. I'll check in with him once I'm fully recovered. What should I do now? Fresh air and exercise are the best medicine. The goddess Duena helped you. Perhaps you could help others? Thanks, I will. And thanks for taking such good care of me.
Oh, thank you very much,
Bless
Priestess.
you. You'll find plenty to do out in the valley. May Duena protect you.
Alright, that's mission 1 done. Yeah, son. Whoa, a pistol. Dagger. Pistol. Dagger. I like pistols. That means I can shoot things. It's fabulous. I am now level 2. Let's see here. Pistol. Offhand, I like that.
Fields beyond Shaymar are Kryta's breadbasket. Since the Centaur attack, citizens are trying to rebuild their lives. It's tough with bandits and dangerous wildlife roaming the area. Wait for an invitation. Jump in and help them.
All right then, sounds good. I would love to help some people out. I'm a very nice person. So if you noticed, my 4 and 5 keys are now pistol skills, and my third skill was changed to represent that I'm now dual wielding a pistol and a knife. And this mechanic, the whole dual wield thing, is unique to the thief. While other classes can dual wield, it doesn't impact the skills of a thief and or of them other classes in such a unique way. So I'm taking a bit of time to admire the landscape. I usually don't encounter places like this because I play charr very often, which means a lot of scrap metal, a lot of guns, and a lot of war cries and shouts and stuff. So, yeah. Train route. Apparently, trains exist. That's cool. Whoa, okay, I did not expect something so large to be here. There's rather a large worm. So this bar fills up as I do stuff for this person. Farmer Dia? So maybe if I kill more of this stuff, I'll be able to get something done here. Yeah, no, I don't want a worm sack. Yeah. More glooby goo. Glooby. That's a funny word. Is it glooby? Globby. 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 Gotcha. These things are surprisingly easy to kill, given. I mean, they're hatchlings and all, and I get that, but. And sure, I'm a level above them, but you think something so big and rather intimidating would be quite a bit harder to kill. I don't know. Shadow shot. Fire a blinding shot at your foe, then shadow step to them for a dagger strike. Let's try this out. Phew! I like that. Woo! I feel like such a ninja right now. This is ridiculous. The mobility, I can just see this being so awesome. I mean, I'm coming from I haven't played this game nearly as long as I've played other games. And coming from League of Legends and all, skills like this with like that instant teleport to your enemy, that's kind of ridiculous. Maybe in the games, maybe in Guild Wars, that's not completely unbalanced like it might be in League, but I feel like this is pretty awesome in and of itself. Like, if you just think about the implications of that, like, you can just dash around. I mean, maybe in PvP and all, people will be juking around and it'll be a little way harder to hit them with your pistol, but I still think it's super cool. I love the particle effect on the shadow shot. It makes you feel exactly that. It makes you feel super shadowy and super assassin-ish, you know? Alright, I'm almost done with this mission. As you can see, the bar is filling up. This is the core mechanic of your early game. When you start off in Guild Wars, you're going to be doing a whole lot of these missions to get your early game experience. And even late game, because when you fill up these things, they're called renown hearts, but some people might call them tasks. You're going to be encountering a lot of people who need help. And they'll not only allow you to gain reputation with the people around you, but if I click on this, it'll show you. I just wanted to take a moment to thank you for your assistance at our wheat fields. Jeb and I really appreciate your help. It's difficult to keep food on the table these days, and your efforts will keep many fed and happy. Thank you again. As you can see here, you get coins, 45 coins, that's not terrible, and karma, which is unique to Guild Wars. It's kind of like Reputation, except in certain games, but you use the Reputation to buy things, and it can be anything from boosts like food to things like armor and weapons, and this is where you're going to get a whole lot of really good equipment early. And even later in the game, when you're like levels 40 through 60, they're going to be providing a lot of cool stuff for you. And I totally recommend taking advantage of these renown hearts while you can, because it's sometimes really hard to do them. You see, Narni Karma. A noble's work is never done. Greetings, old friend. As soon as you manage to drag your heroic behind out of that sickbed, your presence is requested, nay, demanded, back at your home in Divinity's Reach. And if you come home without telling that dazzling priestess of Duena what a fine fellow I am, I will take it as a personal affront. Until we meet again, I remain your handsomest, most charming, most humble companion. That is just filled with contradictions. Humble, he calls himself humble, but yet, never mind. So, as you can see here, it started my new story quest. Welcome home. Meet Farron in Divinity's Reach, find out why he insists on seeing you. It says a red level 3 here, which means it's recommended for people of level 3, and as you see down here, I'm still level 2. I could totally do that. I could be doing that level 3 quest. I think the way I see it, you can do level quests that are up to 2 or 3 levels higher than you, but you just need to be a bit more careful. I suppose it's really up to personal preference or whether you feel safe doing a mission that's higher level than you. But I think for the purposes of this channel, I'll be happy to play things out the way they should be played and really just explore the world. I've really never been here before. It's a cool experience, I mean, I've never been in this human world. Not to sound hella foreign, but like, I'm a charr main. I only play charr, and you can really tell by my lack of knowledge of humans. I've really never been through this story before. But I'm really enjoying it so far. The humans have a surprising, I guess I can't really say depth. I've only been playing a few minutes, but it's not just, hey, my cabbages are being eaten by monsters or something. You feel like you're actually having an impact here, and I really like that. Like, it seems like the humans have a lot more depth than, or just as much depth as any other new race. So, I don't know, that's my 2 cents. I'm not, again, don't quote me on any of that, but my opinions remain as they are. I don't want to say that I know the human storyline more than anyone else, although you could say I'm a decent expert on charr storyline, because, again, I main charr, but... Okay, so this is another feature of Guild Wars, and this is called a dynamic event, and this happens on a... people would say it happens randomly, but it actually happens on a timer. It's quite complex and takes some time to figure out, but at any rate, this timer dictates, it dictates when certain things happen, and Guild Wars is different than other RPGs in that dynamic events happen over time, and they will happen at seemingly random intervals, like I previously stated, and they're events that you can help out with. And you see, these dynamic events actually impact the world. It's not a grinding sort of game where, oh, attack the centaurs attacking the village, but then the centaurs are all just standing in the field waiting for you to kill them. In reality, they're actually attacking the village, as evident from earlier in the game where we saw and watched as the centaurs attacked this town of Shaymore, and we had to save it from utter destruction. And I found that really interesting when I first started. It's not one of those super grindy things where you get really bored trying to farm gold and stuff. Although, obviously, you're going to be farming a lot of golds later in the game, but your transition from early, mid, to late will be filled with lots of different events, and you'll really get to try out all the features of Guild Wars without needing to feel limited by your lack of levels. And I suppose that if I'm talking about that already, I might as well touch on a few other things, such as the PvP in this game. In Guild Wars, there's no level requirement to participate in activities such as player versus player. I'm having a bit of lag. Okay, I'm fine now. Anyways, sorry about that. I figured out that in Guild Wars, this is probably common knowledge for most of you, but in Guild Wars 2, PvP, and by another extension, the new feature introduced only in Guild Wars 2, World versus World, which I will explain in a bit, they don't require you to be a certain level. Even if you're level 1 and you go in for your first time, you will be scaled up to maximum level, which is level 80. And not only will you learn the basics of PvP, but you can play and still level up in PvP. So you get experience when you kill other players in this PvP land, the matchups. So say I have 840 out of 2,110 EXP, but if I were to kill someone, it could go up by a drastic amount. So a lot of people will choose to deliberately ignore the storyline missions and events like this and use only PvP to level up. And while this isn't really a bad thing, it's just I personally believe that you should at least try out the storyline for yourself, because I feel like a lot of interesting things happen in the story, and plus you get some really cool loot. And although you get loot from PvP, this provides a place for you to really figure out the mechanics of the game. So for your first character, I would not recommend trying out PvP unless you're super confident in yourself. And some players are really strong at PvP. Moving on to my next point about the thing I mentioned earlier, it's called World versus World, and I found that's one of my favorite parts of this game. Even though I'm usually not a huge fan of PvP in general, like you might have guessed earlier, World versus World is a new feature introduced in Guild Wars in which servers can clash against servers in combat. Each server has their own things called borderlands, and you can meet in battle against other servers in order to develop like keeps and towers and supply camps for your server. So you play like normal PvP, you would play with the people who are in your server. Like you'd fight against people that are in your server but happen to get matched up against you. But in World versus World, you were playing with everyone on your server. So up to hundreds of people at the same time fighting to protect your resources and invade other servers. It's a blast, and I have to say it's really innovative, and it's one of my favorite parts of this game. As you can see here, this new event has begun as a result of the previous events. I came into this event rather late, but as I soon found out, these events are called meta events, and what happens is they are pretty much events triggered by previous events. So, if you remember, I came into this event late, but I came in just in time to defend the other two pipes from being destroyed. But sadly, the west pipe, I was unable to save it, and it fell to the bandits. But, as you can see here, the new event says, defend work is repairing the west pipe. So it is being repaired right now, and the cool thing is you can be a part of this. Like you're defending the worker as they repair the pipe that you allowed to be destroyed. And I believe that's truly the most innovative part of Guild Wars 2. And while a lot of people may take it for granted, I'd like to say that it is a super awesome part of this game. It makes you feel like you're actually doing something, and that's a feature I really enjoy. I don't like feeling like I have to grind to get everything done. And I'm sorry, this has kind of been a rant more than a video, but I feel like I was able to talk about the basics. And anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. like, comment, subscribe below, and if you'd like to play Guild Wars and maybe join up with me sometime, I am currently part of a guild known as Mythological, as you can see right here, Tag Myth. Our Guild Wars server, I'm currently on the Stormbluff Isle server, commonly abbreviated as SBI, and my account name is fedorable.5243 if you want to add me to your friends list and get on sometime. If you'd like to join my guild, Mythological, and get some help from me and any of my other guildies, the annotation is on my channel art as well as below in the description when I post this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in Aria.